going? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Yes, it's hump day, and okay, so first in the chat is Rob, all the way from Uck, mate. It's either very early in the morning or it's very late at night. So, which is it? And thanks for being here. Not only do you say your usual good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, but you also go on to say that double trouble. Mate, you're always double trouble. What can I say? But you're here, and it's great to have you on board. Okay, now included in that, we've got Michael Ann. Welcome aboard, Michael Ann. Not only that, we've got Mike from the Adventures of Traveling Mike. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here on board. I'm just going to move myself so that I don't get. Oh, there we go. Feels so much better when you move yourself into a position that everybody, just is excited about seeing you move so that you don't get blocked out. Um, Rob is saying that it is 900 hours. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. And we've got Jonesy. Mate, you made it. Hump day, and your phone alert said you are live. So welcome aboard, Jonesy. Nice to have you here, buddy. Hey, Jonesy. We've been doing a little bit of work for you behind the scenes. What we've discovered is that if you jump on the Spirit and you land in Geelong, there is a shuttle bus that takes you from the Spirit port to the train station, and you can get on board a V line, and that'll bring you into Spencer Street, and Spencer Street has the tram which will take you straight on to Station Pier. That's what we've just discovered a little earlier on today. So if that helps, mate, look forward to having you come with us on the cruise. Other than that, folks, we're just in for some awesome time. We've got She Devil Adventures. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. We've got, man, we're getting a bucket load of people coming in on board, and that's awesome. Just what we like. We like it when we get people who join us in our chats. Okay, cheers. Excellent. Thanks. I'm glad we could be of assistance there, Jonesy. Glad we could be of assistance. All right, now, excuse me, moving right along. By the way, Jonesy, that's the ship we're going on. You know that one behind me there? Yep, that's the ship we're going on. And I'll tell you what, the water is just beautiful. As you can see from the chest up, and what's below underneath is, it's absolutely fantastic. The water is great. No, it's not that chilly, considering we had like 35 degrees here. No, 37 degrees. Was it 37, 35? About 35 degrees yesterday, and overnight was 27, 28. It was a freaking hot night. So there we go. Well, Troy, welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. The big double D raid. Lovely to see you on board. She Devil saying good day to Jonesy. Outdoor Adventures with mate. It's been ages since I've seen you. Is the volume quiet or is it you? Turn up the volume on your radio there, Ron. I think you'll find that it is maybe you. But I'm not going to blame you for everything, It's not always your fault. Well, no, I won't blame you. Okay, so we've got, nomadic. Troy is saying that Ron is a little low. Sorry about that. And Sean, you're looking great, mate. Thank you so much. But I know what you want. I know exactly what you want. You want a free pass. But that's okay. You can handle it. You can handle it. Well, as the title on the thumbnail says, Christmas is gone, and we're heading into New Year's. So, what I wanted to do tonight was to find out, those of you, what did you do for your Christmas celebrations? And next is, what are you going to do for New Year's Eve? What resolutions have you set up? Stream Elements has come in there to say, welcome to Hump Day with the Down Under Cruises. Please support our channel so we can support Helping Hands for Cruising. And yeah, we've got some exciting things happening fairly shortly with Helping Hands. Well, if it isn't Her Majesty Crystal Delights from Destination Delights herself. How are you, Your Royal Highness? Nice to see you. She's been doing some rather interesting readings of late, and we've had to guess what those readings have been. Well, I'll tell you what, some of us, they just turned downright embarrassed. What can I say? Not likely. I don't get embarrassed that easily. Michael Ann is saying, Sean's in the water. He's fallen in the water. Yep, I am. And I can tell you, treading water underneath you, it certainly takes a lot out of you. Jonesy's saying you just need a underwater mask and snorkel and sink away at the end of the live. Mate, you're giving away my secrets. Shh. I've been planning that all night, and you went and blew it now. Seriously. Radio Jonesy, that's funny coming from Troy. Yeah, absolutely. And Michael Ann is saying, I hope it's warm. Well, my voice hasn't gone up 2 octaves, so yes, it's warm enough. Seriously. Things people say and do. I don't know. Okay. So, yes. So now, for us, what we did was we spent, yep. Yep, you said it, Jonesy. For us, we spent Christmas Day with Ilana's brother and father and her sister-in-law and their kids and relationships, and it was an awesome lunch that we had. As usual, we ate too much, but the good news is everybody is well, and we had some good times together. That was great. Oh, here we go. Rob's saying, let's see, Christmas worked, New Year rostered on to work, joys of night shifts, woo, flippity hoo. Well, I guess you're putting the, excuse me, you're putting floaty boaty away for a while. Troy, Sean, every time we want your live, we swear that boat behind you was sitting just a little lower in the water, like it's sinking. No, I'm the one who's away from the boat. Can't you tell? I'm just that bit away. Seriously. If it gets warmer, we'll know what he did. Oh, yeah. Watch. Michael Ann, what? Yep, I got it. We know exactly what I would have done. No, they would discolor the water and then I'd be in serious trouble. Anyway, New Year's Eve will be spent with my parents. That'll be an awesome thing. And then we've got a countdown. So three days to New Year's Eve. The fantastic cruising group cruise with helping. I knew it was there. It was going to come out. I just had to get it out. The fantastic cruising group cruise going out of Tampa on the Carnival Pride is in 74 days, and excuse me. And the Grand Princess that will be sailing out of Melbourne to Sydney is in 89 days. Then there is Travel to a Taste of doing a group cruise, and we hope that goes ahead in 269 days. We've got Christmas again in 363 days, and the Ducks group cruise 738 days. We will be finalising how the which cruise we're looking at shortly. So there we go. We'll see how we'll see how things go. Troy, Sean, seriously, that's an awesome effect you have going on in that. Is that a green screen behind you and one in front of the desk? It placed you right in the water. No, what I've done is I'm using a new system called EVMux rather than Melon or StreamYard. And one of the abilities of EVMux is to act a little bit like OBS in that you can do layers inside layers. So the layer is, and one of the things I will be doing is trying to find a piece of movie that I can actually, moving roll that I can use. But actually, what I'm doing is this is just a portion of me in the layering inside the green screen picture. So yes, I've got a green screen here, but that is the base picture behind. That's putting it very, very mildly. Well, hello, you beautiful person. Welcome aboard, V. It's nice to have you here. Stream Elements is saying that you can tip using this link. And what those tips do is that all goes to Helping Hands for Cruising. That all goes in there and gets another person on board. Troy, Sean, is that that is awesome. You've gone full on avatar. Well, I'm trying. Well, most people say that I'm very trying, but yes, I'm trying to do things a little bit differently. And I think this has worked and it'll work well. All I need to do is figure out what I do when I have a guest on board and how I change this. And so we'll see. You never know. Stranger things could happen. In the meantime, I'm just learning with it and it's doing well. Now, by the way, if you're going to, if you want to donate, well, we've got this QR code right up here. And this QR code is what you just click on, and that'll get you into putting in your donation to Helping Hands for Cruising. Because what we've done this time now is, okay, we had our inaugural, as you know, in October. We've got the fantastic cruising group cruise happening in March of next year, and on that cruise we will have two sets of recipients. We'll have James and his wife Cindy Catanese on there, and we'll also have Scott and Amber Hicks, who are also recipients on board that cruise ship. So they're going to have an absolute ball. And a little while later, I will actually, if I can do it without any issues, I will play the video for that particular group cruise. So that's going to be cool. All right, Troy, what are you saying? Sean, I really think that boat behind you seems to be getting lower in the water. Maybe they're doing loading of passengers right now. No, Troy, I believe they undid the hole that lets out all the crap, and maybe some of it's just floating back in. I don't know. It's beyond me at times, you know, all this technology stuff, these boats and ships. I mean, Troy, you really need to get on a cruise. You really do, seriously. I mean, all intelligent people go cruising. Just look at me. All right, you lot, don't you start laughing like that. Seriously. So, New Year resolution for us. First things first is to try and get the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channel fully self-sufficient. So currently it's sitting on 128 subscribers, and we want to build that up. So as you may or may not have seen, yesterday I put up another video into the Helping Hands for Cruising group. So have a look, just keep on watching, and please share it out, and the more people we get involved there, the better. Troy, Sean, yes I do. That's cool. You need to come on the cruise. Seriously, you do. Well, that's why I haven't gone now, we know. Because of all the... Yeah, I get it. And I did catch you laughing, so that's cool. That's cool. I like it when you laugh at my expense. I mean, Rob from Rob on the Road does all the time. Yeah. Considering that he thinks he's the governor and we are the colonialists, yeah, what can I say? At any rate, Jonesy, look at that ship. It's going to be an awesome cruise. It's coming into Melbourne on the 9th, and I believe Arthur from Arthur's Cruises will be on that cruise at the time. He'll be getting off, and we'll be doing a bit of a tour around Melbourne, getting back in time for the cruise when it comes into Melbourne, so that it's taking him off to New Zealand, I believe. So he's doing a round trip, Adelaide, Melbourne, New Zealand, and then back to Adelaide, I believe. Okay, so well, let me see if I can go ahead and find said video, the one that we're all looking forward to watching, the one that is going to be talking about the cruise that everybody else is going to be going on in March. So let's see if I can get it up and running. That's what it looks like. Let's see how it plays. And there we go. That's the cruise. That's the one that everybody's going to be on in March, and that's going to be absolutely awesome when you go on it. Am I talking on water? Yes, I am. I'm actually treading water underneath. It's like, it's hard work, you know, but I'm managing. Biday Nick, how you doing, buddy? Nice to have you on board. 28 days to your flights. Is that correct? Have I got it right? 28 days? Anyway, that cruise is going to be absolutely amazing. If you've got any questions, please talk to Kimbra. You can email her on Fintastic Travel at gmail.com. Not fan, it's F-I-N, not F-A-N. Fintastic Cruising, and that at gmail.com, and she will get in touch with you and get you all organized for said cruise. 24 days. All right, sorry mate, I was wrong, but hey, you're gonna have a ball. I bet you've got more than you than you need in order to get that hotel stay, castle stay, and not only castle stay, but also your suite that you're going to be using for the hotel. So that'll be awesome. I know you've been putting in a bucket load of hours. Thank you, Troy. Thank you very much. Considering that that's the way you feel, mate, let me just say this for your statement. Um, Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Yep. Okay. So, again, a couple of people saying good day to each other, so that's awesome. Um, excuse me. So, Nick is saying that he's staying in two different castles, um, uh, but that is the one that actually made you work for a whole year in order to afford the the night there is the one I'm actually referring to. Oh, they're both in Ireland. Is oh boy, both in Ireland. Okay, which is the expensive one? Where is it? Um, yep. Which is the expensive one, and where is it? That would be awesome to know. Okay, so yeah, so we've got our cruise in March, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be the first time my parents have ever been on a cruise, so that's going to be exciting. But you know what? The good news is everybody has that opportunity to get a new spot, learn something new and experience something new. And that's going to be exciting. So, anybody in the chat who's never been on a cruise before, and anybody who's going on their next cruise, so let us know when's your next cruise, and those who haven't cruised, if you were to go on a cruise, where would you like to go? What would you like to see? We are planning for our group cruise in 2025. We are planning, as soon as the itineraries come out, we're hoping that we can get to see the South Pacific and leave out of Sydney so that everybody gets the experience of seeing the fireworks there and also seeing the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So it's going to be an amazing time. We're going to have loads of fun. And yeah, what can I say? We're going to be showing the world. Sean's just melting. Well, you're not wrong. We've had like 37 degrees C. And yeah, it got hot yesterday. Overnight was like 27. That's a warm night. AC was working all night. Jonesy, what was your temps? You're in Tassie, so it would have been a little bit cooler than us. So just curious, what were your temps? Yes, so I hope you guys are enjoying the output that this is doing, because we're just trialing this for a while, see how it goes, and if it does its job, we'll stick to it permanently. If not, we'll go back to what we were using before. But we hope that the output looks good and is coming across nicely. Um, okay, so what's everybody doing for New Year's Eve? Where are you going? Who are you seeing? Who are you partying with? If you're that fortunate. Um, Nick is saying that the expensive one is called Ashford and right on the County Galway and County Mayo line. The other one is called Killoran Castle, and they are both back to back. What are they in the same spot? So, oh, that's cool. Um, Jonesy is saying that he's cruised from Port Melbourne to Devonport and Devonport to Melbourne many times. The temp was 22. That's beach weather for us. Yeah, it is. And you have been talking about the Spirit of Tasmania, which is a ferry. It's not a cruise ship. You're going to enjoy the Grand Princess. Rob is saying that he would like the ship moved slightly to the left, otherwise like the new software. Thank you. Yeah, I would change that. I'll have to redo that particular piece, and then I can put it exactly where you want it. a little bit to the left. But I thought you'd like to see the scenery that's going out there. You know, that scenery is great. No, they are about 100 kilometers apart, he thinks. Oh, when you said back to back, I was thinking they're right next to each other. But no, you're going from one to the other. Oh, that's going to be cool. You'll get to see a lot of different things there. Um, yeah, that'd be awesome. Getting a lot more happening there. You'd travel and you'd see Ireland, and you'd work on your Irish accent, and then you can come back and talk to me in an accent that may not be Irish. I don't know. You just enjoy it, have fun. What can I say? It's all fun. But I know that the Grand Princess is a great ship, and a lot of people have sailed on her. I just hope that what happened to, well, our first cruise was on a ship called the Golden Princess, and that got sold. And the second ship we went on was the Sun Princess, and that got scrapped. So we just hope that the Grand Princess will be around for a bit longer. I hope they didn't scrap it because we were on it. But I believe the Sun Princess is making a reoccurrence. There's a new ship being built, and it's going to be about the same size as the Majestic Princess. So it's going to be one of the largest ships that Princess owns. So that will be exciting. In the meantime, cruise ships in ports here in Melbourne at the moment. Hang on, I've got to make sure I'm in the right one. No, no, yeah. So if we're looking at New South Wales, ships that were in port in Sydney today were the Viking Mars that left today at 6:45. Then we've got in the Victorian ports ships that are in port or were in port today. Let me just get there. Nothing in port today, but the Pacific Explorer is coming in. The Pacific Explorer is coming in on Friday the 30th. So that'll be in on the 30th, and it'll be out the same day. So that's what's going on in Melbourne shipping right now. Nick is saying it was so freaking cold here last week. We bottomed out at around minus 32°C. It's rebounded this week. It's currently 0 degrees. Goodness me, that is frickin' freezing. Jeez, I wouldn't even know what to do if it was that cold. Seriously. Okay, so those are the cruise ships that are in port right now. Not sure what's on in Adelaide. Arthur's not in the chat to be able to pass me that info, but it'd be great to know what's in Adelaide and what sailed in and sailed out. But having said that, we are looking forward to having some awesome times. Jonesy is saying that the Seven Seas Explorer arrives in Burnie this Monday. That's going to be nice. Are you going to cop a shot of it from your window? You get some great photos there. And it's nice to see that you can get everything in. You get all these good places. So that's cool. And that, my friends, is my son. He always picks the right time. But I've just told him I'll call him back a little later. He should know. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. And hump day is when I'm with you. All right. So, here we go. It's another resolution, getting helping hands for cruising, getting up there and being self-sufficient. We want to have to bed at least the, the group cruise in March. And once we've completed that, we're hoping that we can get, if there's anybody out there that is going to be hosting a cruise, that you consider the opportunity of hosting a group cruise, and in there we can put another recipient. That would be awesome if we could do that, because we would like to get as many people on board ship as possible, and that would be absolutely exciting. Um, Wait, what did you say? Hump day? Sorry, my mind is still stuck on that game. Yep, yep. I could imagine you might say that. But Wednesday is the hump in the week when we start to go down and wish for the weekend. So happy hump day, everybody. And let me have a drink to that. Happy hump day. And if I haven't already said so, may the best of 2022 be the worst of 2023. And only good things happen next year. So cheers. Rob, thank goodness I finished the bottle. Now I can get stuck into what you would call good whiskey, right? Okay. Okay. That's what he said. All right. So, and by the way, Crystal, get your mind out of the gutter. Um, so, um, the good news is we've got the cruise coming up. There's a couple of people that'll be doing cruises. Nobody in the chat has put down their cruises as yet, and I know that there's a few that'll be on it. Jonesy is saying that the Norwegian Spirit arrived here 2 days ago and will be back fortnightly. Mate, that's not a bad ship. I had a look at something that was on it. There was a tour of the ship done by a guy who is a ship historian, and he got on in Lifu in Fiji and sailed back to Sydney on it, and did a bit of a tour on it. And he's saying that it's actually an amazing ship, and what the things that we saw in his video made it look really, really great. Crystal's having a bit of a giggle there. Sure, go ahead, laugh it up, fuzzball. That came from a movie. Rob, no cruising for me. Had to postpone birthday river trip. That's not good. Tell them I give you permission to take time off. That'll sort them out. Baby, it's cold in here. This water's so beautiful. If I tread water any further, I could very well either float or just sink. Um, yeah, nothing else in the chat. Okay, so um, I was watching a video there with Don Terrace from Cruising with Don, and he was talking about some of the crazy things that is going on with cruising here in Australia, in that we still have to test. And the funny thing is, not only do we still have to test, but masks are still worn on board ship, which was rather an interesting one, because you can come in a aluminium can that flies with loads of people in there coughing and all that, just land, give off as much of that pandemic stuff as you wish, and then fly back out. But no, get on a cruise ship, you have to test. It's just a little bit on the ridiculous side. Anyway, Mike is saying that Crystal, he also said, goes down and I'll behave. Well, that's good, because Mike, when you come down under, you'll find that it is actually quite beautiful down here. It's always beautiful, whichever way you go. But no, I don't want to carry this down that path. Um, it's G rated, and we get the little kiddies phoning up. No, my 28-year-old little kid. Anyway, anyway, so he's gone on. I think it's a Holland American cruise ship, and he's with Tony at the moment from La Liga Locas. So those guys are having an awesome time. They will be here for New Year's Eve to watch the fireworks coming off Sydney Harbour, which is basically what I want to do with you guys when you all arrive for the cruise. And once that's done, it's going to be an amazing time. Um, Mrs. Jonesy was wondering, can you book a couple of legs of the cruise like Adelaide to Melbourne to Burnie and get off at our home port? That is a possibility. Because what they do is they break that down into a separate cruise. So there'll be a cruise going from, for example, the one that we're on is going, I think it's a roundabout, and then it ends up in Sydney. So like Sydney starts and then it circumnavigates. And what we're doing is just one of those legs, Melbourne to Sydney. So depending on the cruise line, you can do so. Um, and that's a possibility. But I guess all you need to do is just confirm that with the cruise line, as to whether or not it's possible. Um, okay, so the the other ship that the guys will be going on in March is the Fantastic Cruising Group Cruise, and that's on the Carnival Paradise. Carnival being Carnival, it's going to be a fun ship, which means that there will be a bucket load of fun going on, which will be awesome. At the end of the day, folks, you guys will have as much or as little fun as you choose, because it is your cruise as well. Not only are you going as part of a group, but it is your cruise as well, and you make of it whatever you wish. If you want to partake in the cruise activities, yay. If you want to partake in the group activities, yay, that's your choice. But what it does is it makes that cruise your cruise, and you do as much or as little as you want. I know there are some people out there that just love to sit and enjoy the pina coladas, the sunshine, and watch the world go by. And then there are those that get into all the activities like the trivia, the in some of the ships they've got other things like um, zip lines and water like stand up water surfing and all that sort of stuff. So just depends on the ship and what you want to do. I know that on the Grand Princess, there will be a bucket load of activities available, but you can do what you want. The entertainment is the thing that'll be absolutely amazing. And I know, Jonesy, you're going to go on there as a muso, and you may be a little bit critical, but that's cool, because what you'll find is that there are artists from all around the world, and all sorts of uh, backgrounds and acts and bits of equipment. So it's going to be a load of fun. You will enjoy it immensely. Besides, I know who else is going. Just saying, I mean, what can I say? It's just us, and we're going to have a load of fun. Um, other ships here. So we've got the Norwegian Spirit is here. We've got the Celebrity Edge is here as well. We've got the Carnival Luminosa and also the Carnival Splendor are both here as well. There's the Coral Princess that's here as well. And the latest words are coral princess was sitting outside New Zealand waters while they gave it a bit of a scrub down. Apparently, it had some snails on it, water snails on it, that they were a bit concerned about, and so that was taken care of. G'day, Clock Family Adventures. How are you? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Hopefully, you guys had a great Christmas and are heading into an awesome New Year. And so, if you are, what are you headed up for? What are you doing? Are you sailing? And if so, on what? So that's going to be awesome. If you're not sailing, what sort of camping, if you're into that, RVing, whatever, what sort of vacationing will you be doing this year? If you are a creator, hashtag create in the chat. If you're a supporter, hashtag support. If you are a whatever else you want to put in there, go ahead and put that in. And we shall read that aloud. Now, if anybody is not familiar with any of the channels that are mentioned here, please go ahead, have a look at their info, and I'm sure you'll want to join their family and subscribe as well. Jonesy, the regatta arrives here next week also. How many ships do you get in there a week? Clock Family Adventures, first on. Creators. And that they are. They've got some great stuff, guys. Go and have a look. Just as much as you want to have a look at Jonesy's. Rob on the Road is a creator as well. So good on you, Gov. The Gov, I love the Gov stuff. What he does is he does some photography, and the way he does his videos is absolutely amazing. You guys got to have a look at that. Even though he is a POM, and we won't hold him on to that. So clocks are going on the vloggers cruise. Oh my goodness, that's going to be amazing. There's going to be like 300 vloggers on there, right? And everybody's going to vlog everybody else. It's going to be an amazing cruise, that one. I know you're going to get Let's Go Travel Tips, and you've also got, I believe you've got Fantastic Cruising was also looking at that. You've got Lolita Loca, you've got Don, you've got, I believe about 300 on board there, so it's going to be an amazing cruise. Cannot wait for you guys to vlog it when it's done. Now, come on, there can't be only 2 people in the chat. I've got numbers here that say we've got 14 in the chat. So, come on, seriously? And there's only one of me up here, so the rest of you must be snoozing or something. Jonesy is saying 2 cruise ships a week and cargo ships daily. It's fun just sitting back and watching them dock. Yeah, it is awesome. It's just as amazing watching them sail out with their full-blown cargo on board. Well, 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 if it isn't Sir Philip, you're here. Welcome aboard. I hope you had a great Christmas time, and I hope New Year's going to be just as good for you, mate. I know you're on something shortly. You told me, but it's gone in and out. Wife keeps wanting you to come and watch Harry and Meghan. Really? Why? Isn't there enough drama in the world that you've got to keep on watching them? I keep saying that to Ilana, but I don't know what the attraction is. Harry and Meghan, excuse me. What are they? Are they the Duke and Duchess of Sussex or something? What makes them so important? Seriously. There are better things to watch, you know. Much better lives to be had rather than looking at all that stuff. Jonesy is saying, you need a short trip over and I'll show you around. Mate, I do. We do. And we will do it one day soon. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. I need to look at the roos in your backyard. They eat your grass, right? Yeah, as long as they eat it and don't smoke it, But then I've never seen a kangaroo smoke anything, so that's interesting. Anyway, so we're going to have a very interesting year, I think. Hopefully, there will be more wind downs from the pandemic here in Oz. Hopefully, they will take out the testing, and we'll end up being pretty much back to normal, which means COVID is treated exactly the same way as the flu. Um, Take care of yourself. If you've got an issue, you know there's an issue, but take care of yourself. And if you can take care of yourself, then everything should be fine. That's just my opinion. At any rate, 2023 is just round the corner. It wasn't very long ago that we were saying can't wait for our group cruise, and that came and went. And now we're doing the same thing with the next one in 2025. So we're looking forward to having a bucket load of people come on board. We're looking forward to introducing Australia to a lot of those of you that are across the pond. And you know what? You come and check us out. You'll see just what kind of a group we are. That we can actually exist upside down. For those of you that are on the other side of the pond and don't understand the way things work here. Yes, we are able to walk upside down. It's amazing how we do it. But at any rate, we come from a land down under where, yeah, no, I won't say the rest of it. Jonesy will get me for copyright. G'day the Sandvan, welcome aboard, nice to have you guys. What are you planning in 2023 as a break? Merry Christmas, by the way, and Happy New Year to you. But what are you planning for in 2023? Again, a couple of people saying good day to each other, so that's awesome. I believe Sandvan, you guys are still up in Queensland, is that right? If that is, are you planning a trip down south? Anyway, what you do, I hope you stay safe. I hope everybody stays safe. Yeah, we've got some interesting times ahead in terms of getting over summer, closing out the pandemic, and then the awesome times to come with travel and so forth. So, no, Philip, don't bring this crap in, because as we know, our toilets, they just go down. Now, he's saying that also the water in the toilet goes clockwise compared to the USA. Also, strippers go clockwise. Philip, you do that every time. You do that every time. How did you enjoy the cricket today? I didn't actually. I know that we wiped the pants of South Africa yesterday, so I don't know how things went today, but I reckon we'll send them packing, which is a good thing. Clock family, Sandvan is saying good day to the Clock family adventures, which is awesome, and also to Jonesy, which is awesome. So there we go. So other ships that we're looking forward to in this will be 2024, is the Resilient Lady is going to make Melbourne home port. That'll be the new ship put out by Virgin Cruises. That'll be amazing that Melbourne actually gets put on the map like that. We're also looking at some of the other cruises that are happening. I believe we're likely to see an Edge class ship coming out around about the same time, 2025, and I believe that we've got some big ships out here right now at any rate, so some good things happening, some big things happening. So Shipping is on the, cruising is on the up and up. A lot of people are now going back again to cruising, which is awesome. Before the pandemic, Australia was the second largest cruising community outside of the US. And it looks like we will be picking up on that title again. So, only good things can happen, my friends. Only good things. So, it's the end of another hump day. I'm going to bring this down early, give you guys an opportunity to have some chats amongst yourselves at some point. Um, but I want to thank you all for coming on board. I really appreciate each and every one of you for having supported us over the year. And we look forward to having you and more support over next year, um, with the intention of building as much as we possibly can so that we can get more and more people cruising along with us and having some fun and learning what we do, in terms of enjoying this cruising life, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's a great way to spend a time vacationing, whether it's sitting on board a ship when it goes into port and just enjoying the port day on your balcony, or whether it's you getting off the ship and actually spending time there. So we will be back again. Ilana will be in the bus seat on on Friday night. For those of you across the pond, Saturday, at 2 p.m. our time this side of the pond. Um, and that will be New Year's Eve. That will be our New Year's Eve show. We will not be running a show again for New Year's Eve anyway. So that will be our New Year's Eve show. So, folks, we look forward to seeing you then and hope that you guys have an awesome time along with us as we close down 2022 and bring in the new year. Take care and happy holidays.